What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and this is your Eve Echoes Community News, where we take a deep dive into all the happenings of the week. But first, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. That's right, slap that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video. Then, of course, you'll stay up to date with everything I do here on the channel. Now, look at this! I'm bringing you another news episode, not a month later, but actually a week later from what I brought you last one. And actually, this video was supposed to come out, I would say, about Wednesday. I wanted to record it Wednesday and release it on Thursday, but unfortunately, due to the holiday, for those of us that celebrate Thanksgiving, I was just really super busy with all the prep work, as well as we had a massive project at work. So unfortunately, I was not able to do that. But I'm able to have time to actually record this video now, and that's great, probably because it's the holiday weekend. But let's dive into everything. We got a new patch. We got a new Nanocore. Let's bring it up here. And there we go. We have the new Nanocores, the in-game. They actually look pretty cool. I'm not really sold. I know that it glints between white and pink. I'm not really a huge fan of the pink, but when it's on this color, I do like this. Now, obviously, I'll try and get a visual of it in-game when we log in, but this is a great patch, right? Not so much the Nanocore, but all the things that we've got with this big update. Let me just bring up the patch notes here, and what we especially are excited about, what I'm excited about, is the BLOPS. Now, if you are not familiar with what BLOPS are, it's the Black Ops battleships. These are covert ops battleships that can use Sinos, and we're able to go behind enemy lines and circumvent Sino jamming towers, which is a great thing. It's going to refresh PvP. I think it's going to bring more to the game that way. I'm really looking forward to this. And of course, we have something new called the Needlejack system. Now, of course, this was in EO and it's now brought to EE. But we were able to find out about this information a few days before they actually gave it to us, and that's due to the fantastic work of the Chinese server giving us all the information we need before it comes out. And yes, I did translate this, but as you can see here, this gave us all the information that we needed, the lore. I mean, there is a lot of lore about this. Basically about the planet Gideos, it's the music and everything. I'll put a link to this article in the description below so you guys can read it. I'm not going to play the music because for some reason, the last time they actually made new music for the game, it actually demonetizes the channel. Not that that's really important to me, but I don't really want to run into any copyright issues and such like that. But we have this article here, which gave us some great screenshots. As you can see here, they also gave a QR code that you can get a 1.5% reback, I believe. What is this? That's Ember Mo. Forget that. That's don't even worry about that. But there was another article as well here, which gave us more information and some more. Like I said, this is the screen that we have now. But as you can see, there are new fixes with the old anime skins that came out, and they actually look pretty good. But yeah, it's basically like the Chinese Twitter, I believe. But again, I'll put links to both of these in the description below if I remember. But let's move this over, back, and let's look at the game here. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this. Obviously, we'll probably end up doing it with on the Echoes from New Eden podcast, which I will be hosting, or I'll actually be co-hosting, co-hosting with Taylor Rick this weekend on Sunday, usual time, so be sure to look for us there. I'm sure we'll be drinking, and you all know a drunk Damon is a fun Damon. So, we'll see what happens. So, obviously, we have the covert Sino field generator, which is going to be able to load into those special Black Ops battleships that are able to take it. But before we talk about the Needlejack system, there are 4 ships, right? The Scorpion, the Daemonxel, the Typhoon, and the Armageddon. Unfortunately, one of these have already been killed, and yes, I know I am bouncing back and forth between whether I want to continue with the big kills thing. I will continue if I have the time to bring it back, but it's really hard right now. between work and everything else. So let me bring up this kill mail here, which I'm in the wrong channel. Just bear with me 1 second. All right, let's bring this up here and bring it back over. As you can see here, the first one to die was an Armageddon Special Ops battleship. It belonged to ZRQ. It was taken out, but it was worth 25.6 billion ISK. As you can see here, it is quite a big investment for those of you who don't have massive wallets. And I will say that this new patch has been overall welcomed by the community, except for those who, you know, don't like the fact that it's infringing on their unlimited reasons to print ISK. But that's neither here nor there. I know I'm rambling. I have a lot of coffee in my system. Bear with me. Okay, so we have those 4 type ships, and let's talk about the Needlejack filament system. Now, okay, what this is a new point that you can build onto your Citadel. It's going to open up basically a way for you to sino into null space. Now, there are 4 types of Needlejacks. There are 2 types of hostile and 2 types of safe routes. And obviously, you can't, as far as I know, you can't plot the route. This is all new. We're all still testing this. And what the Needlejack does is it'll just pick a random spot in nullsec and teleport you and your fleet. But the 2 types are, the first type is of hostile is a single type. It allows you to teleport as an individual into null system where other players are. I don't think it can specify whether they're blue, whether they're red. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna put you in a spot where there are other players. Now, the second type of hostile allows you and up to 4 others to teleport into a null system where there are players. So you can either go single roaming or, you know, take a little squad. And I love small gang PvP. I'm all about small gang PvP. And this just, I guess it takes out the planning portion of a roam. You know, oh, you know, we're going to roam up in that space. But this, you can hit this, get teleported into a random spot, and it can be a fun little game. Okay, let's see how many kills we can get while we plot our way out and figure out where we are. I think it's a fun thing added to the game. Now, again, there are 2 safe versions of it. I'm not really that familiar with it. I have not tested this out, and this is just information I am getting from other players, other content creators who have given this to me. I'm sorry, as I'm looking over, it's not 4 players, it's 5. So you have, okay, so you have the signal ones and you have the noise, right? So basically the signal 1 is going to allow 1 player, signal 5 will allow 2 players. Noise 1 will send you to a system that is unoccupied, basically. It says it's more likely to enter a nullsec system where, an unoccupied nullsec system. So basically it's, you can, I guess, PvP, or not PvE, you could PvE a little bit, but there is going to be a, you know, oh god, I'm lost for the word here, but there is going to be an element of PvP, because eventually you're going to have to get out of that system. You cannot, as far as I know, you cannot take the Needlejack system back home. This is a one-way trip to teleport. If I am wrong, of course, you know, let me know down into the comments below. But it looks like you are able to get this stuff to build it through data scanning sites, and of course, I could be wrong about that as well. So let's start talking about the Silver Waltz Nanocore. Let's see what the specs are of it. And obviously, with the new Black Ops, there are new skills. You're going to need that covert jump operation to increase your jump distance. So it's going to be just as important as your jump drive operation skill. And again, I'm not going to talk so much in this video about the events, such as the Interstellar Bazaar, the Silver Waltz, only because the only thing I really want to talk about this is Kartli has gotten back to the content creators. There will be no discount codes for the Interstellar Bazaar. Up for the last 3 years, you were able to get discount codes, discount tickets, content creators were able to give out codes. The developers, from what I was told, let me see if I can pull up the direct quote here. It's if I'm in the right space. Maybe. Here it is. I found the quote here. Okay, it is. Cartley basically said that the devs have discontinued coupon codes indefinitely. So we don't know if they're ever coming back. But yeah, unfortunately, there are no more discount codes, so you won't be able to hound me for 50% off coupons, 25% off. Obviously, if I had them, I'd give them out. But they are not giving them. They are discontinued. Do not look for them. But let's look into the community news now. I guess I'm starting to pick up Rambo's issue to mispronounce words. The one question that I've been asked a lot is, do I still play? And that is a complex question. The long and the short is yes and no. I do like to play. I want to get on. I want to play. I want to be part of these roams. But unfortunately, with my weird-ass work schedule and all the work that we've been doing lately, I do not have time to jump in-game and, attend a CTA, do any events. I have jumped on a few times to move stuff around with my interceptor so I can actually bring ships to where they need to be, so I will be able to have the chance, if I'm able to get on, to join up everyone, because I'm one of those type players. I do not like playing by myself. I'm in this game. It's an MMO, it's a space MMO. I like playing with other people. I want to fly with other people. I want to be part of it. I like the camaraderie. I like being able to joke around on voice comms with everybody while we're playing, or while we're, PvEing or PvPing. I like that element of teamwork. And I don't want to just sit there and mine endlessly by myself or run anoms by myself. So I try to jump in when I can. When I know there's something that I'm able to join in and do. So yes, I do still play. No, I haven't played in a little while because I was not able to get in to do things. But you will start seeing me as my schedule opens up. You will start seeing me again in-game, in territories. Maybe I'll start doing some solo roaming. You never know. I'm not really the best solo PvP. I will say that, and everyone can attest to this. I'm not the best, not even very good at solo PvP. But just to make some content, I'll probably jump in now and again so you guys can see me and shoot me and, show my kill mail around. So, with that, let's move on to what has basically happened this week. Now, obviously, it's been 3 years. If you don't know who Howdy Partner is, then you have been living under a rock. In fact, if you remember the Fountain I Love You, that song was basically made, here we go right here, with Howdy Partner in mind. In fact, he's actually in there, I believe. Where's the comments? And it's mostly, and it's a great song. I think this is a premiere song. Let's see if I can, yeah. Right here, I believe, Howdy Partner. You don't know if he's blue, you don't know if he's red, but either way, he is a controversial player in the game. And I'm prefacing all this because, well, he did his thing yet again. And what I mean by that is he was able to join CENI, and unfortunately, CENI learned the error of their ways as Howdy Partner was able to make way with about 55 billion in assets from CENI. And yes, it is true, their Citadel really is named Jews Are Us, which I guess is offensive. It's CENI. They've always been controversial, but yes, another huge theft heist happens in EE. People just do not learn with permissions. And yes, he is 55 billion richer at this moment. So I guess congratulations to Howdy Partner for making off with 55 billion in assets. Sorry to CENI for losing 55 billion in assets, but it's Howdy Partner. Come on. And yes, moving on to our last story. Fighting is still going on up in Wicked Creek against Void and Pack. From what I was told from the last video, though, that new alliance, Drop Bears, which was created out of the remnants of OG, has actually joined Pack. So yes, there will be fighting still against them, and unfortunately, they learned a harsh lesson up in Wicked Creek as a 32.8 billion Charon fighter was killed today by Nilf. A massive kill for him. You know, if Nilf is in the area, just dock up, right? I mean, especially if you're in a freighter, it's not going to end well at all. Also, since we are talking kind of OG, Sandman did actually contact me after the last video about Red Lofty's claims that he was left holding the bag with no income for OG's war chest, and that, well, Sandman had a lot to say on the subject. He said, I'm so tired of these baseless claims that I allegedly RMT'd assets. Here are screenshots of me transferring the mineral reserves that hadn't yet been used to build subsidized dreads for everyone that I sent to Tumult. It was worth about 75 billion estimated in reprocessed materials at the time, which I advised him to build caps with. And a screenshot of the liquid ISK left in the OG's wallet that MI pulled out, which would have caused the disbanding of OG. Not sure the details behind OG actually disbanding after I quit, but at least this proves I turned things over to MI before I left. The liquid ISK was higher when I left, but I'm assuming that they used some to keep OG running. The fact that 50 billion plus was pulled out in one chunk when OG disbanded proves there were plenty of funds for SRP well after I left. And here's the receipts that he wanted to show here. Let's just maximize that. Yeah, so right here it's showing the 75.3 billion worth of reprocessed materials. And, of course, we have the member withdrawal right here from Lofty, entitling 53.5 billion. So, that begs the question. Did they not have the wallet to fight Silent? Or was this all just a ruse to rebuild everything and kind of take money for personal assets? I'm going to leave that there. Obviously, Red Lofty is, if he's able to contact me for if he wants to fight this claim or not. But that's basically what I've been told, and this is just Sandman's claim on that. And that'll do it for this week's episode. I know there's not a lot of community news going on, but that's because of the big patch and everyone's still testing everything. So obviously things are going to change now with the Black Ops battleships being able to circumvent the Sino-Jammers. Possibly you will see, you know, a secret, not a secret war, but just, you know, war on a different scale now due to this. And I'm really excited to see the tactics that are going to be used in using this new type of ship. And like always, if you need more news in your life, obviously, oh wait, there was one other story, one other hint I want to put out there. Last episode, we did talk about Ashib doing 4 streams in December. He did get confirmation from the devs that they are going to be following his streams, possibly simulcasting through their Discord. Also, on the official Discord, you might have seen the content creators battle that we did when the Supers first came out. There was a channel in there for voice comments and everything like that. They're now going to be a EVE racing channel on the official Discord. Taylor is going to spearhead that. Obviously, we'll probably talk about that on Sunday night's show, but I forgot. I just want to put those two in there. That's what happens when I wing it, right? When I don't write a script, I just start losing things and pop them out. But let's continue on. If you need more news in your life, obviously you want to listen in to Rambo and Taylor Rick's phenomenal podcast, The Echoes of New Eden, every Sunday. Obviously, the times have been shifting a little bit. They've been trying to include the EU time set, so there was a couple episodes that were actually in the afternoon for US base, but it was prime time for EU. This weekend's episode will be again their usual time with Daylight Savings Time in Jersey. I believe it's either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know. I'll be told probably like an hour before the show when I have to be there. But yeah, we all know 3 years in, plus we all know Damon cannot do UTC math, right? I am horrible with UTC math. But either way, go over and listen to the Echoes of New Eden podcast with Rambo and Taylor Rick. You'll have a great time. And with that, hope you guys, if I don't talk to you guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a great week. Fly safe. And remember, here we're always one vision, one purpose, one friend.